What's going on, THP? This is JDax from Caesar's Palace. Right before dinner here, I'm going to sit down. I don't have my normal compadre in crime, illiterate. I don't have him with me right now because the time changed and a couple other things we couldn't connect and get together. But I wanted to take a moment and talk about the Saturday action of this awesome distance powered by Srixon event. So, there's only 6 THPers playing this event, plus Noel and Zach from Srixon. JB and I were on the course all day, following the action along, and it was really interesting. You get to see it from a different sort of, lens, because you're not really playing, and so you're getting to see every match sort of unfold, kind of how as it was going down. And Team Noel jumped out in the 18-hole shamble portion of this. They jumped out and took a pretty big lead in both of those matches. In fact, Noel and Chef were up 2-2 in that first 18-hole stanza, and then that match was very, very close as they grinded a little bit down the stretch, and then it just got it got down to the very end, and emphatically, Huddy J and BL, they birdie 17, they birdie 18 to make to make a statement. They went 2 up. Very similar situation happened in match 2, where you had Soil and Danimal jump out to an early lead. They were up to 2-0 early, and then Zach and Jay Wrangler battled back, and then before you know it, it comes down to 18, and they win their match 2 up also. So we go to right before alternate shot, we take a break, there's lunch, and Noelle, who easily could have won both matches, now she finds herself down 2 points, and she goes out for alternate shot, and in alternate shot, it was a little bit of an issue, a little bit of a problem. But she still, both those matches, they jump out to an early lead. So Team Noel, even though on paper it looks like there's a route that's on, there's a boat race that's happening, that's not really the case. They could have easily been the team that was up 3 points to 1 or even up 4-0. They led every single match, including the 2 9-hole matches in alternate shot, where they were up 2 in both of those matches. And usually if you're up 2 in a 9-hole match, you think that you're at least going to get a half a point, and they didn't. And so that's what they're going to sleep on tonight. That's what's going to be sick about. If I was going to draw like who's playing extremely well, like everyone on Team Zach's playing pretty well, at least from a grinding standpoint. Nobody's making putts of substance. I mentioned it to JB earlier. No one's really making putts of any sort of length. Okay, and so when that happens, it's really hard to get going or steal holes if you're not making 10 8-footers. It's really hard to steal holes and get it going, right? And so as we look forward to tomorrow, and tomorrow's format it's 2 9-hole matches, but the pairings will not swap. So once we get the pairings tonight, it's going to be shamble for the first 9, that front 9, and then the back 9 is going to be best ball. And let me tell you about this course. The course itself is phenomenal. The course itself is sneaky hard, and that's what we saw today. You have elevation changes. You have wind conditions. The greens were giving the guys fits. There was a lot of approach shots that either came up long or came up short because they really didn't know what club to use. And I think that's going to be key tomorrow for Team Noel. They could win all 4 matches tomorrow and force a sudden death playoff between the 2 captains. It's going to be a tall order, no doubt. But I think that they can do it. I think that they can get it done if they have to have everything break right for them tomorrow. Today, they really didn't. Today was a little bit of an issue because they had leads and then they squandered leads. And then if you looked at the back 9 of the shamble format and then the third 9, Team Zach just played better when they had to. Like match 1, where it's all square on after 16, they walk to the 17th tee box, and Team Zach, Huddy, and BL, they birdie 17, they birdie 18, they went 2 up, and then Soil and Danimal, they win the 17th hole to get it to 18 to try to grind out a half, and then both Soil and Danimal's approach shots end up in the water to the left of the 17th green, and they basically just, the half a point just slid away from them. And so we get to tomorrow. It's not over yet. Y'all still follow along. I think that maybe Team Noel has nothing to lose. I'll be interested to see what she does with the pairings, no doubt. And I'll also be interested to see if Team Zach gets a little complacent. I'll give a shout out to the dump that BL took at the turn, because he was playing horribly before he went to the bathroom. So I'll just go out on a limb and I'll just tell you that he was not playing really well, not at all. And then some of the clubs that I heard a lot about today, the Z Forged irons, they couldn't say enough about that. The 3-wood, the F85 3-wood, everyone was raving about that. The H85 hybrids, everyone was that game to hybrid was raving about the iron. I mean, the hybrid. Of course, the irons are going to be solid, but those were the ones that I sort of when I was listening to the guys talk about the gear, especially as they warmed up for alternate shot. These were the sort of the clubs, the stars of the show here. So I got to go. I've got to go get to another phenomenal dinner at a THP event. So it's not over. Stay tuned. It is a tall order. I don't have a literate here to ask for a pick, but 4-0, all they need is a half. 4.5 wins this thing. It would be an epic comeback. I mean, Team Noel needs Team Zach to have a meltdown at Medina. But it's within the realm of possibility. It could happen, because these matches were not boat races, except for the last match in alternate shot. The match 2 in alternate shot, that was over pretty quickly. They won that one 3-2. BL and Jay Wrangler. But I mean, people are going to have to play better for Team Noel than they played today in order to make the miracle happen. Miracle in Vegas, and this is a town of miracles. So let's see what happens tomorrow. I've got to go to dinner. If you want to know anything, just post in the forum. I'll do my best to answer your question, and I will see y'all tomorrow.